Good Tuesday evening, Southeast Texas. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take the next 15 minutes and take an in-depth look at it as far as the next 7 days. Otherwise, today we saw quite a bit of high-level cloudiness. We told you about this yesterday, that this was going to be a partly sunny morning and then we'd see sun in the afternoon because of this upper-level disturbance. Didn't have enough moisture in the atmosphere to create shower and thunderstorm activity that these disturbances normally produce. So once we moved those high clouds out, we were able to warm up the lower levels of the atmosphere because the sun returned, and that helped to produce those cumulus clouds rising up and cooling till the moisture condensed and created those clouds. But again, as you can see, a lot of smooth, high-level cloudiness moving over the area. We see those time to time, especially in wintertime. That's what brings us our shower and thunderstorm activity. Outside right now, looking at, we'll call it mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. We're up in Jasper. This view courtesy of Provalis and part of the roofing and 911 Skycam network. Looks like a quiet evening, a quiet night across Southeast Texas. Not too bad for the last day of September. So here's the game plan for the next 7 days. We expect basically a quiet forecast the next 7 days. We may see some isolated showers, very isolated showers coming up Sunday and Monday. I'm not sold on that yet. But one thing is for sure is that it looks hot and mainly dry the next few days with gradually rising humidity levels over the next few days. So as far as your allergy report, just an atrocious allergy report, unfortunately for our allergy sufferers. It's all about ragweed. It's that season. Ragweed very high today and mold very high. In addition to that, you've got grass pollen at moderate levels across our area. Now, we're not as bad as what we've seen in the past, but we're starting to see level 1 drought status across Southeast Texas. As you can see, you go from abnormally dry to a moderate drought, severe drought, extreme drought, and exceptional drought. If you remember in 2011, we were in an exceptional drought, so this is nowhere close to that. This is the beginning stages. Since January 1st, we picked up 41.33 inches of rainfall, so that's about 6.5 down for the year. And since the 1st of September, that's 28, 29 days, we're down 2.7 inches for the month. So we need some rain. It's not dire, but it certainly is not going to be helped over the next, next week or so, easily. Across next week and a half, actually, because I don't expect much this weekend. And next week looks pretty dry. I'll show that in just a second. But as highs continue to be above normal, as we head towards, let's see, the 2nd of October, which would be a Thursday, our normal high is 80. It drops to 86. So we're going to be running a good 5 to 6 degrees. Let's see, 3 to 6 degrees above normal for high temperatures. Again, just a little bit above normal. But every day we don't have rain means that the drought worsens by about 1/5 of an inch, because normal rainfall each day is about 1/5 of an inch of rainfall. So in 5 days, we're down another inch if we don't get rain. So we don't expect that. In fact, well below normal rainfall. This is iffy. I'm just putting those in there because modeling is pointing to the potential, but I'm just not convinced that we will see it Sunday and Monday, and these numbers would probably change. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the GFS model, and it is showing very little through Friday. We don't expect much. Then as we head towards Sunday and Monday, we may see a few showers, as I showed you. Tomorrow, though, we're expecting partly cloudy skies here in the Triangle, about 92. Winds going to be north in the morning and then turning variable in the late afternoon hours as the sea breeze comes in, about 92. And again, with partly cloudy skies. So we'll see north to northeast winds through most of the day with partly cloudy skies developing. And then as the sea breeze comes in off the Gulf, we'll see maybe variable or southeasterly winds at 5, 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Otherwise, not a bad day. And for the lakes area, we'll go with about 90 with a north to northeast wind, fairly light. Humidity is still not terrible out there, as we'll see low temperatures. I think it'll be cooler than what modeling shows. I think we'll see lows anywhere between 64 and 66 up in the lakes area, and highs around 89 to maybe 90 degrees under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. So not a bad day. I do not expect any rain. And again, we see this normal bias of modeling that shows isolated showers coming up during the morning hours, and that's just not going to happen under clear skies. Hard to do that when you don't have clouds in the sky. So good luck with that. Don't think that's happening. So we're losing daytime visible satellite. Remember, visible satellite is basically a picture. And with the sun setting, we're kind of losing that. But we can make out that we're looking at mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. We're just about 25 minutes away from sunset, as temperatures in the mid to upper 80s on the Pro Roofing Concept satellite and radar loop. And humidity levels, not bad. Dew points are close to 60. And when your temperature and your dew point are pretty far away, that drives down the humidity. It's relative to the dew point and temperature. And again, when the dew point and temperature are close together, then humidity goes up to 100% if those numbers are the same. So not terrible across our area. So you can see, and you can see also that we're losing the visible satellite because the sun is setting. But you can see this kind of kink in the clouds, and that's due to upper level trough of low pressure moving through. We call it a short wave because of the length of the wave, basically. High pressure is over the state right now. And again, look at this. You can see these white lines. These are contours. You can see the dip in these contours right there. This is a short wave. A long wave trough would be something that is from maybe Alberta, Canada into California. A real long trough. Those are the ones that usually bring us fronts. Otherwise, right now, that was just a cloud maker, as you can see. The blue is way up the scale as far as moisture values, but look what's happening now. We're getting into oranges, and that means that the air in the upper atmosphere, not at the surface, but this is why you don't see rain, because you need moisture above 5,000 feet. We just don't have that. Excuse me. And we're not going to have that coming up tomorrow across southeast Texas as this goes by and high pressure builds on in. Yeah, it's relatively humid across southeast Texas. Excuse me for a second. I have a little tickle in my throat. Anyway, we have low level moisture, but above that, the air is dry, so you can't make rain. You can make a few clouds, but hard to make shower and thunderstorm activity across our area. We just don't expect that coming up for the next 3 to 4 days. So again, this disturbance moves by our area, and then weak high pressure kind of moves in, noses into the area coming up on tomorrow and also into Thursday. Now here's the big story as far as what we can expect as we head on into, say, Sunday and Monday. The big question is, where is this upper, now this is not at the ground, this is not tropical, this is at 18,000 feet. And this low, some modeling wants to keep it further off towards the east. Now this is deterministic modeling, okay? This is not an ensemble modeling, so deterministic is a single run. Ensemble modeling, some of it wants to keep it over towards Biloxi. Other ensemble modeling wants to keep it over here. So the exact placement will dictate if we see any rainfall at all. I've kind of split the difference between the two because I'm unsure of which model is correct. I'm not just going to rip one model and go with it. I'm looking at everything, and we kind of blend everything together. But you can see there is moisture moving in from the east up the scale, and that may be just enough to give us a very small chance of some light rain coming up Sunday and Monday. But this is not etched in stone. This probably will change once we have a better idea of where this low and subsequent disturbance and moisture actually do occur. So that's something that we're watching on the horizon as far as Sunday into Monday. That's the only chance really that I see over the next 7 days. Then look what happens as we head towards Tuesday. Here comes high pressure, and from Tuesday on through next week, ridge of high pressure will be over our area. So if we don't get anything Sunday and Monday, then we don't see anything through next week, and so the drought will continue to worsen across our area. We may actually go into level 2 drought conditions. So that's what we're looking at. In the tropics, no issues for us. Okay, we are fine. I think hurricane season is over for the Gulf. We are watching Imelda and Umberto. And Umberto is weakened to a Cat 1. It's becoming sheared. And also Imelda is a Cat 1 hurricane. So what's going to happen is Imelda is going to head off towards the east and northeast and actually absorb the remnants of Umberto as we head towards, say, Thursday, if not sooner. So these are both outbound and not an issue. So we'll put this into motion. Hurricane warnings are in effect for Bermuda, though. It'll go by as a Cat 2 and then off to the east. So again, as this becomes extra tropical coming up Wednesday into Thursday, Imelda will absorb a lot of the moisture and energy from Umberto, the remnants of Umberto, and head on off towards the north and east. That's why it stays intact together longer than Umberto, which was the stronger hurricane actually. So interesting, but not an issue for us. Neither is this. We are watching a weak area of low pressure. Boy, we're losing sunlight quickly, aren't we? It's that time of year. Tomorrow is the last day that we have sunset at 7 o'clock. So after tomorrow, which is Wednesday, Thursday, I believe it goes at 6:59. So the sunset continues to get earlier and earlier. So again, you can see it, a little bit of a twist there. It's a weak area of low pressure. But again, we think it's going to head towards the south or southwest and gradually weaken. We have lots of shear across the northwest Gulf, so no problems. But when you don't even have any thunderstorm activity, that's kind of hard for low pressures to form tropical storms. And as you can see, the pattern with the shear would also keep this moving on off towards maybe Veracruz over the next couple of days. So not an issue there. So lots of shear in the Gulf. We're just done. All right, so short-term forecast for tonight shows the skies becoming mostly clear across southeast Texas. I expect low temperatures to range into the mid-60s in the lakes and into the upper 60s to lower 70s in the triangle or clear skies. Then for tomorrow, high temperatures should reach about 90 in the lakes to the lower 90s in the triangle under partly cloudy skies. And your coastal marine forecast looking at mostly smooth seas around a foot, so good boating weather conditions, as we'll see northeast to maybe east winds at 5 to 10 knots. And again, sunset at 7:01 tomorrow. So tomorrow is Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so Friday at 6:59. That'll be the last day on Thursday that sunset is at 7 o'clock or later. So those days getting shorter and shorter. And taking a look at your forecast for tonight. Becoming clear or mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s lakes, upper 60s to lower 70s triangle. Light north winds will become calm, so no jacket probably required tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, about 90 in the lakes area and into the lower 90s in the triangle. We expect partly cloudy skies. Again, north to northeast winds north of I-10. The sea breeze may try to approach us from the south coming up tomorrow afternoon and may reach I-10, so our winds may go variable or southeast, but that's not a big deal. Otherwise, our 7-day forecast shows very little chance of rainfall, above normal temperatures, below normal rainfall. And again, checking our air comfort forecast, we're looking at dew points. Again, when dew points are in the lower 60s, it's not terrible. It's a little humid at times, but it's really as you get into say Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, that when we start seeing these dew points around 70 degrees or higher, that's when it really gets humid across our area, and we don't expect that until maybe Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. See moisture increasing across the area, and that's why I've got a little bit of a chance of shower and thunderstorm shower activity. I don't think we'll have enough energy to produce thunderstorm activity, but again,